First, I'm gonna rinse off my chickpeas and pull the shells off of them. So just rinse and clean and see like this. Just kind of go through and pick that out. Next, I'm gonna go through and crush my chickpeas like so. Just mash them really. Doesn't take too long. Next, I'm gonna cut me up a pepper, a bell pepper. Next, I'm going to cut up my carrot into little pieces, trying to avoid them rolling off of my cutting board. Shallot. Never cut a shallot before, so figuring this out as I record. Looks like an onion on the inside. Okay. So I guess I just cut it like how I would an onion. Leave a comment down below if I did not cut this properly. Greased my pan. Now I'm going to put the carrots in first because carrots take a little longer to cook than everything else, and I want to make sure that my carrots get nice and soft. So I'm going to let those cook up first, and then I'll add everything else. Now the recipe that I'm following also called for sun-dried tomatoes, but I've never had one before, so I'm going to taste it first to make sure I like it before I put it in my chickpea scramble. Are they always supposed to be like hard like this? Well, I'm gonna just cook a regular tomato. I'm gonna just cut up a regular tomato because I'm not feeling this. Okay, so my carrots have softened up, so now I'm going to add my chickpeas and my red pepper, like so. Next, I'm gonna add my shallots, followed by tomatoes. I cut me up some tomatoes since I did not like the sun-dried tomatoes. I'm just going to mix all of that together, like so. For my seasonings, I'm going to do salt, sea salt, black pepper, purpose. And then I'm going to put some nutritional yeast in. Sprinkle that like so. And I'm gonna let all of this cook down. Also gonna add some onion powder. I want a little bit of a kick, so I am going to sprinkle just a little bit of crushed red pepper, just to give me that little hot kick, like so. I also have some spinach here, and I want to use it up before it goes bad. It's not much, but it's just a drop. So I'll go ahead and add that into this chickpea scramble. While that's cooking, I'm going to cut me up some strawberries. Then I'll also add a nice big handful of blueberries. Okay, so my scramble is done. This is what it's looking like. So this will last me at least, I think, 2 meals I should be able to get out of this. But I'm hungry, so I probably will eat a good amount. Next, I'm gonna add some avocado to the top. And then last but not least, my 100% orange juice from Whole Foods. Okay, you guys, so I've never had this before, but it smells so good. So I am so ready to take this first bite of this scramble. This is so good, y'all. Wow. I swear I did not realize how much I love chickpeas until I started eating chickpeas. Like, this is amazing. And the carrots taste really good with it as well. I have some of my fresh fruit. So good, y'all. I love strawberries and blueberries. Like, together, it's like an orgasm in your mouth. I swear to God. Okay, you guys, I'm back in the kitchen. It's 2 o'clock and I am starving and ready for lunch. So I'm gonna be eating leftovers today. I had made sweet potatoes and cabbage and lion's mane steak the other day, but I still have sweet potatoes and cabbage left. So I'm just gonna be heating that up. Very simple, yet so good. That's the only thing about cooking sweet potatoes, I swear, is like how crazy the pan looks because of all of the sugar that literally seeps out of the sweet potatoes. So I have a little bit left in this one. Try to scrape out as much as I can. I don't really like the skin of any potato, to be honest. I know I'm not eating all the nutrients, which sucks, but I really just don't like the skin. Unless they're like air fried, like a French fry, then I can eat it. But like just eating the skin like this, no, I can't. I don't know, it's like the texture for me. Okay, put a little bit more. Can't go wrong with sweet potatoes. They're like such a superfood. It's just like, eat as much as you want. Get that out. Just a mountain of sweet potato. That should be good. Because I am starving. Next, I'm going to drizzle on just a little bit of maple syrup. Not too crazy, just a little bit, like so. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt. Cover it with a damp napkin. And then put it in the microwave. I'm gonna heat up my cabbage once it's almost done because sweet potatoes take a little while to heat up. Okay, just took it out of the microwave. Mix that in real good. And then I'm just going to heat the cabbage up with it for like another minute. Just finish this cabbage off. And here we are. I think I dried the cabbage out a little bit, but we're just gonna see how it tastes. But yeah, something simple. Okay, so I love sweet potatoes. They're so good. Now the cabbage, I'm not gonna lie, it's like I struggled with seasoning the cabbage, which is so weird because it's like no matter how much seasoning I put on the cabbage when I made it the other day, it still didn't taste like anything. Like I know that sounds bizarre, but it didn't taste like anything. But it is what it is. I'm not trying to waste food, so I'm gonna just, you know, put a bite of the cabbage and the sweet potatoes on my fork and just eat both at the same time. So at least I'm getting a mouthful of taste from the sweet potatoes. That's good. Very, very good. Not too heavy of a meal. So today I've pretty much been working from home, which is why today's video is a what did I eat today video as a vegan. Just been doing a lot of stuff with OnlyFans and even been playing around with YouTube as far as like different thumbnails and just trying to figure out things and figuring out like what tags to use. So today's just been like a research type of day as far as YouTube is concerned, just trying to figure out how to get my content to reach a broader audience. I don't mind working from home. Like actually I love working from home. Like some days I don't leave the house like at all. Like now that I'm vlogging and stuff, I make ways to leave the house. But before I was doing this, like I would be in the house for like 3 and 4 and 5 days at a time sometimes. Like I would go to the gym, come back, I would Instacart a lot of food, and yeah, so this is like doing YouTube and doing stuff like this has really like forced me to get out of the house because now you guys want to see like what I do and stuff like that. So, you know, it's definitely, I don't mind it. It's just, it's like I gotta figure out things to do now, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I didn't work out this morning because I feel like I've told y'all this before, like sometimes when you're a business owner, your schedule can't always be what you want it to be. Like ideally, I like to wake up around 6 in the morning and do yoga and stuff like y'all saw yesterday. Like I loved yesterday's schedule. Yesterday's schedule was lit. I felt so productive. I was able to do the yoga. Then I came back, ate breakfast. Then I went to the gym and worked out with my trainer. It was great. And then I did content in the afternoon. However, today didn't go as planned because OnlyFans was super slow last night. So I've been spending today like, you know, making that up. So I'm gonna go to yoga. So there's a yoga class at 6:15 to this evening. So I'm gonna go to the gym first, work out, get my weightlifting in, my cardio in, and then I'm gonna go to yoga and let yoga be what just relaxes my body. And then I'm gonna come back and cook the spaghetti and meatballs with the portobello mushrooms and things that y'all saw me get yesterday from Whole Foods. But I'll probably start prepping that before I go to the gym because it seems a little involved. I'm gonna at least cut everything up. So that way, you know, because if I don't, like I'll boil the noodles and get all that stuff together because I won't be back home till well after 7 o'clock. So I don't want to be just starting it that late. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm going to be tired. So I'm going to spend another hour doing OnlyFans stuff. And then I'll be back in the kitchen getting all of that stuff together. And then I'm going to hit the gym. So that's how today's gonna go. Well, that's how this evening's gonna go. But yeah, like it's like when you work, you know, you work from 8 to 5 or 7 to 3. You know what I mean? Like you know that's your shift. When you're a business owner, it doesn't always go like that. Like I really like to start my day off focusing on me. But today wasn't that day, so it's okay. Like stuff still is getting done. It's just not in the order in which I prefer to do. So, but it is what it is. Not a complaint. Just explaining, you know, my day and my process. Some days just don't go according to plan. Okay, you guys, so y'all just saw me blend up, well not blend up, but process up all of the vegetables. A couple of things. One, I've never used the food processor before. So I was a little bit confused on how to put it together and work it at first, but I quickly figured it out. The second thing is the bowl for my processor was too small to process everything. So that's why you guys saw me with multiple batches of stuff. So the first two batches was, well, the first batch was more mushrooms than anything else. Then the second batch was the cauliflower and onions, because that's what I had put at the, that's what I cut up first. So that's what was at the bottom of the bowl, the mixing bowl. So then I had to combine both of those two batches and then, you know, kind of combine them and even it out. Then the third mixture that y'all saw was the walnuts and the tomato sauce, well, the tomato paste. And then after I processed all of that, then y'all saw me, you know, mush it together so that it could become one. But you guys, I want to talk about how this smells. This smells so good. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's such a strong, good vegetable type of smell. Like, it doesn't stink, but it's definitely a very, very, very strong, fresh smell. So I'm done processing everything. The next step is to cook it, but I'm about to go to the gym, so I will do that stuff when I get back. But I'm glad that I was at least able to get this started so that when I come back, we can still have dinner at a decent hour, if that makes sense. Otherwise, we wouldn't be eating till damn near 8 or 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna head to the gym and I will finish the rest of this when I get back. Y'all, I was on my way out the door and I just got really, really hungry. So I went ahead and made me some yogurt with strawberries, blueberries, and granola. Okay, you guys, I am back from yoga. First of all, yoga was amazing today. I loved the instructor. It was just really, really good. Definitely got some good stretches in. Definitely, you know, had a little sweat going. So it was really, really good. So right now I have my pot on to boil my red lentil noodles. I'm gonna let the water start boiling before I put the noodles in. And over here, I am heating up my skillet. So I poured a little bit of oil on the pan and I'm gonna let that heat up. Next, I'm going to season my veggie ground. So that's what you're about to see me do. So it's been about 15 minutes and it is like clumping up some more, as y'all can see. So it's really starting to get that ground beef, quote unquote, texture without it being ground beef. And I tasted it, you guys. It is so freaking good. I did add a little bit more sea salt to it for taste, but now I'm ready to add my spaghetti sauce. So let me show y'all what I'm going to be using. This is tomato basil spaghetti sauce from Wegmans. So I'm just gonna start with one because I don't want it to be too much sauce. I'm gonna just start with one and see, you know, how it's looking. So it kind of mushed it up, if that makes sense. It kind of made it mushy. So, I mean, it still tastes really good. It definitely tastes really good. It's just, I lost that texture, if that makes sense. But we're gonna keep hope alive. I am gonna have to add another jar of spaghetti sauce, as y'all can see. Let me do another, but just like half of it. I'm not gonna use the whole thing. Okay. it tastes really, really good, you guys. It's just not that hamburger meat texture, if that makes sense. Like with hamburger meat, it still stays clumped up once you add your spaghetti sauce, whereas this, once I added it, it turned into more of a mush. But again, it tastes really good. So I'm gonna let that cook down. Okay, so I'm so excited to try this. This is my first time making spaghetti like this. From the looks of it, it looks like spaghetti. Like, let's just say that it looks like spaghetti. So let's see if it tastes like it. So y'all saw how much spaghetti sauce I used. I didn't want it to be too soupy, but looking at it, I probably could have used the full second jar of spaghetti sauce. But let's see. This is pretty good, you guys. I'm drooling out the mouth. I just tasted the sauce like by itself without the noodle. This is really good, really flavorful. It doesn't, the consistency of it does not remind me of hamburger meat. So if that's what y'all think, that's not what it is. It's definitely more of a mushy consistency. It looks like spaghetti meat, or yeah, it looks like spaghetti meat, but it's not. It's not clumpy. There's nothing to really chew on. It kind of just like dissolves in your mouth. But it's very, very, very flavorful. I would definitely make this again for spaghetti. I am curious, like if I wanted to do meatballs, how that would go, because like in the mixing bowl, I tried to roll a meatball and it was very, very mushy. So I don't know what I would need to put in it to kind of hold it together to do a meatball. But just eating it like this, it's delicious. So this is definitely something I would make again, you guys. Now, do I think George would like it? Probably not, because he's probably gonna expect hamburger, even though it's not hamburger. But I love it. I think it's very delicious, very flavorful. I love all the spices that I used. This is definitely gonna be a 10 out of 10 meal for me. I still have half of the veggie ground that I didn't cook. I put it in a container and put it in the fridge. Maybe I'll do tacos with it. I'm not too sure yet. I think it can last like 5 days in the fridge. So y'all will definitely be seeing what I do with the other half of it later on this week. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my meal. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell at the top so you'll be notified when I drop new content. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.